Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, class. How are you today? May always be in good health and in the protection of Allah Subhanahu wa Ta'ala. Amin, Allahumma amin. Ladies and gentlemen, before we start the presentation and in order to avoid any disturbance during the presentation later, I would like to ask you to change the mode of your gadget into sleep. Shh. Thank you. The Honorable Supporting Lecturer Mr. Dr. Rismianto and ladies, gentlemen, all friends in class 1D Master of Education, Muria Kudus University. First of all, I would like to welcome you all to the presentation about them education, and we get case studies, explorative study of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on process online learning in primary schools. Here, I'm not alone. Will be my partner Rifatul Ulya as presenter. Okay? Let's study together. Attention please. Watch this video. Don't get sleep. Let's go.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Let me introduce myself. My name is Rifatul Ulya. You can call me Ulya. In this lovely afternoon, I would to thank you for opportunity that has been given to me to present my final. Today, we are going to discuss about case study, explorative study of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on process online learning in primary school. The first time, I will start about presentation from introduction. Background. The COVID-19 pandemic is a health crisis first and foremost in the world. The state decided to close schools, colleges, and university. Union on the United Nations or UN became angry with the existence of these facts. International organization headquartered in New York, USA, that catch that education is wrong one sector that is so affected by virus corona. The spread of this coronavirus in initially very impact on the economic world, which began sluggish. But now the impact also felt by the world of education. Policy which is taken by many countries including Indonesia with all the activities closed education, making government and institution relate mass present an alternative process education for students as will students who cannot carry out the process. According to the data UNESCO, at least there is 290.5 million students worldwide are active. His learning became disrupted by which is closed. Next, literature review. Agus Purwanto and Rudi Pranomo, DKK, 2020, explorative study of the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on process online learning in primary school. Journal of Education, Psychology and Counseling, Fall 2, Number 1, 2020. Next, method of the research. Research uses the case study method, exploration, and research approach using qualitative case study method used to get information and consequence of the COVID-19 toward teaching and learning activities in primary school. The sample size is based on attainment of depth and wealth of description, not the sample size. Next, finding and discussion. Finding: to dig and get information pandemic COVID impact or constrains the activity of the learning process are made several research questions posed to following question. Number 1. Explain the impact of the COVID pandemic-19 experienced by students in activities learn how to teach. Number 2. Explain the impact of the COVID pandemic-19 experienced by parents in activities learn how to teach. Number 3. Explain the impact to the COVID pandemic-19 experienced by teacher in learning activities teach. Next, discussion. Impact on student. The COVID-19 pandemic is a health crisis first and foremost in the world. Thus, the state decided to close schools, colleges, and universities. The United Nations, or UN, became angry with the existence for these facts. International organization headquartered in New York, USA, that catch that education is wrong one sector that is still affected by virus corona. Impact on parent. Constraint faced by parent is the additional cost of purchase increased internet quota. Online technology requires a network connection to internet and quota is therefore the level of quota usage. The internet will increase and will increase expand for parent. Impact on teachers. The impact felt by the teacher is not all are adept at using internet technology or social media as a learning tool. Some senior teachers are not yet fully capable use a device or facility to supporting online learning activities. Next, conclusion and suggestion. What is the impact felt by students? The teaching and learning process at home is students feel forced to study distance without adequate facilities and infrastructure at home. Suggestion and input to agencies related, namely before the program is implement online learning facilities need to be prepared supporter competencies and training first to students, teacher and parent. Next, learning resources. Agus Purwanto and Rudy Pranomo, DKK, 2020, Explorative Study of the Impact of the COVID-19 pandemic on process online learning in primary school, Journal of Education, Psychology and Counseling, Vol. 2, Number 1, 2020. That's all my presentation. Thank you. For you can be ready to answer some question. Hopefully I can answer to all the question. So, thank you very much. Stay safe, stay healthy. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Conclusion and suggestion. What is the impact felt by students the teaching and learning process at home if students feel forced to study distance without education facilities and infrastructure at home? Suggestion and input to agencies related, namely before the program is implemented, online learning facilities need to be prepared, supported, competencies and training first to students, teachers, and parents. This the presentation today. Please, if there are questions or addition to the case study that we have discussion together. More or less, we are sorry. See you next time all. Wabillahi taufik wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.